Hey folks, this is Rob from LearnByTheDrop.com. Learn by the Drop is a place to learn Drupal, and this lesson is going to be Lesson 10 in my special Getting Started with Drupal series. And this lesson is going to cover administration of your Drupal site. Things like knowing when updates are available, how to make those updates, and also some of the settings that you want to be familiar with as an administrator of a Drupal site. So let's head over to our test site and get started. Okay, so we're logged in to our test site, which in the last lesson we had just moved from localhost to the web. And to get started, we're going to go to admin. And first thing we're going to see when we come to admin is a message. Now, these messages will help you to know when things need to be updated within Drupal. And here we have, it says, one or more problems has been detected. Check the status report for more information. And also tells us that there's a security update for your version of Drupal. So these messages right here are some of the first things that you want to look for when you log in to the admin section of your Drupal site. Let's go over to the status report. Just take a quick look at that and let you know what that does for you. And you can see that if you scroll down the status report, what you're going to see are some checked items, and you're also going to see some nasty red X's. And usually those nasty red X's are what's telling you that something needs to be updated within Drupal. Now, the reason that we see these automatically is because we have cron running. And if you remember back to one of the earlier episodes where we dealt with modules, we set up poor man's cron, which runs the cron task when someone visits the site. So that cron task running will grab information from Drupal.org that tells us that there's either a core update status or a module and theme update status available. And we can see that there are some other things that are shown here, like your MySQL database, what version of PHP you're running, as well as some other information. But really the most important information that you want to look at are things like database updates. Is your database up to date? The Drupal core status, and also the module and theme status. So in this case, we have a new version of Drupal core available, and we also have some modules and themes, modules and or themes that we need to update. If we click on this link right here that says not secure, it will take us to our available updates page, and if we scroll down we can start to see all the things that are available. This is at the top you'll see the Drupal core status. In this case we're on 6.8 and 6.9 is available. If we scroll down we'll see there's a couple of other modules that we have that require updates, and so we can deal with those individually. So what you want to do is look for this update available and the red X, so you'll know what to change. Now, one thing that I recommend you do right away when you're getting this set up is go to Settings. And in Settings, you can enter an email address that will notify you when there are updates available for your site. So I'm going to do that right now. Just put in an email address, and you can indicate that it should check for updates daily or weekly. And you could also indicate whether you want notifications for all new versions and only security updates. Let's just say we want notifications for everything. I'm going to click Save Configuration. So that in the future we'll get updates via email. We won't have to come to site admin to know that something needs to be updated. So if we go back to our list, we can see that Drupal 6.8 needs to be updated to 6.9. So let's do that real quick, and I'm just going to run through the really quick and dirty way to upload your installation. First thing you want to do obviously is you want to click the download button, and that should generate a pop-up window that allows you to save the file. And what we're going to do is we're going to save that. actually go to releases, and I already have it downloaded, so I don't really need to download it. So what you would do is you download it and then you would unzip it, and you can see here that I have Drupal 6.9 in a directory, and then once you unzip it, you want to upload it using your FTP program. But before we do that, before we get to that, when you're making updates, while you're in the midst of updates, a couple things you may want to do. First thing is you may want to back up your database. In our previous lesson, when we moved the site to the web, I showed you how to back up the database, so please check that out if you want more details about how to back up your Drupal database. Next thing you might want to do is take the site offline. So if we go over to site configuration, and we select site maintenance, we can set the site status to offline, and then we're going to save that. And you can also customize this message here, and this is just a basic message. We're going to leave that message there for now. So you want to click Save Configuration. Okay, and now if we go to Admin, we should see that it will tell you that we're operating in offline mode. So now that our site is operating in offline mode, next thing we want to do is we want to upload the files for the new version of Drupal that we downloaded. Okay, so I've opened up FileZilla, which is an open source FTP program, highly recommended. It works on Windows or Mac. And this will allow me to upload my files to my Drupal site. And so we're here in the Drupal 6.9 folder. So basically what we want to do is we want to select all the files, and we can right click and select Upload. And this will begin uploading the files to our site. And I'm going to select to always overwrite files and click OK. And so that's going to take a few minutes to run, and once it does finish running, we're going to go back to our site. Now, one thing that's notable is that people are sometimes concerned with accidentally overwriting important files. If you follow the the proper convention, for example, of putting all your modules and themes in the sites folder, there's nothing in the new Drupal release that should overwrite things like image files or modules or any of the themes, contributed themes that you uploaded. So that's a real strong case for separating core things from contributed things. So just by uploading this, we should be fine, and we're going to wait for this to upload and then head back over to our site administration panel. Okay, so all our files are uploaded, and once your files are uploaded, what you want to do is go back to update.php. Okay, just your site's domain/update.php. Okay, and then what you want to do is click Continue. And if there are any database changes from version to version, you'll see that here in System module. And since there are no updates available, you don't really have to do anything. I mean, you could still click it if you want, and it's just going to run very quickly and not show you anything, but this is what it looks like. And sometimes there are database updates, so you do want to keep an eye on that. It gives you the option to go back to your administration pages, which I have selected, and it still tells us, remember, that we're operating in offline mode. Now if we go to our status report, we should see that we are running Drupal 6.9, and we can still see that our module and theme status is out of date. We can also see that our database is up to date. So, that means we're in pretty good shape. So if we want to, we can go back and take the site back online. And if we go back to site configuration, site maintenance, and we can click online and save that, and now our site our core is upgraded, and we're back online. It's weird. It still says operating in offline mode, but we shouldn't be. And you can see that it doesn't say that up here, so That's probably just a little system hiccup. And we can go back to the front page. Now, we still have some issues with the status report, so why don't we take care of that? Now, we can see that if we go back here to module and theme update status, we still have a couple things out of date. So our FCK editor needs to be updated, and also Malum needs to be updated. And those are the two things that need to be updated. So next step is we are going to download each of these items, and we'll install them. So again, find a good spot locally. I have mine in a particular Drupal directory that keeps all the modules together by Drupal version. So I've already got that, so I'm not necessarily going to replace it. And so we want to download that, and we also want to try to download Malum as well. And I've got that as well, but let's just say replace it. So next step is after you download is you want to unzip and upload both of the updates in your FTP program. Okay, so we're back in the FTP program. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you go to Sites, All Modules on your web server side, and then on your local side you want to find the things that you're going to be updating. And in this case we've got FCK editor, and we're just going to right click that and select upload. And then we're going to say yes, always overwrite. And then we're going to go and find Malum, which was our other module that needed updating. And we're going to right click that and upload that as well. So it may take a few minutes for those to upload. Once they're uploaded, we are going to return back to the admin screen and run update again as well to make sure that we include any database updates that may be involved in the module update. Okay, so we're all uploaded. Now we want to go back to update.php. and see if we have any database updates. We can click continue, and again we select our versions and we see that we do have one. The Malum module does have a database update because it doesn't say no updates available, so we're going to click that. Okay, we'll see some messages after the updates. It will say all errors have been logged as well, and if we click on that, that will take us to our database log, and it will show us if we have any errors from this particular upgrade. It doesn't appear that we do, and we can look at the type of log messages, and we'll come back and take a look at this at the update log in a second. But if we go back to our available updates page and refresh that, now we should see all of these nice green checkboxes. Important to note, if you ever want to check manually for updates, you can come to the available updates page and click check manually, and that may take a minute or so, and it will tell you fetched information about all available new releases and updates. Okay, so as an admin, those are some really important things. Upgrading your core of Drupal and updating contributed modules. Thanks for watching the free preview of this drop. Head over to learnbythedrop.com to download a copy of this preview or purchase a high-resolution copy that includes additional instructional content.